I love working with people, and I love helping others. And of course, if you give yourself 100%, you don't have to cut corners. So what makes me different in this big aesthetic business is when you in my room, I open everything in front of you.
Welcome to the Business Owner Spotlight by AudateMedia. In this interview show, you will learn how to succeed through other people's stories, challenges that they overcame, and how they are winning in this new economy. You'll learn what to do in your business, what not to do in your business, and how others are succeeding. Tune in every week to discover new stories, new businesses, and new ideas.
Welcome to the Business Owner Spotlight. I'm super excited today because I have Reva and I have Vinay in the building. Vinay, right? Vinay. I'm over here switching it up with the V's and the R's. How do you spell your name in the first place?
Vinay.
Vinay. Well, welcome to the show, guys. Pleasure to have you on the episode. Reva, pleasure to have you on the episode.
My pleasure.
So today I wanted to kind of do a deep dive on the business, what you've accomplished, why you've accomplished it, and a little bit about the actual business in itself. So let's start. Can you share with me, Reva, a little bit about yourself, a little bit about what you're working on?
I arrived to Las Vegas at the age of 23 and became a registered nurse at a young age, and from day 3 was a very hard-working person. So big challenges wasn't a big problem for me, and studied nursing with barely knowing language.
English? Barely knowing English?
Yeah, I graduated nursing school with one of 120 people with the highest grade, just because of my hard work and ethics. So I was a nurse in a private clinic for 35 years in urology, and 25 years ago did both aesthetics and urology, and a couple years ago partnered with Vinay, and we opened wellness, trim care wellness, and Ageless by Reva. So we combined wellness, med spa,
beauty, wellness and health.
So what is aesthetics? When we talk about aesthetics, what is that? So when you say aesthetics, is it the body? Is it art? What are we talking about when we say aesthetics?
Well, it's everything. It's art, body, all together. Aesthetics is your behavior. Aesthetics is how you look. Aesthetics is everything from A to Z. But my aesthetic is facial enhancements, which I myself perform all the treatments under supervision of a director, or we have doctor in the office, Dr. Chancellor, and we have PA. And it's just to make somebody feel better about themselves.
Yeah.
And when you look better, you feel better.
100%.
And sometimes I see very attractive people with very, very low self-esteem. And I try to dig in and see why. People have childhood experiences and broken marriages and sad story in life.
What is the common denominator between the people? Like, what are the common denominator of the people who come into your spa?
They just want to look better. And often
they want to look better and feel better about themselves. Sometimes when you have when some people are overcritical about their appearance, it shows in their confidence about themselves. And also being Vegas, mostly because being a Vegas, it's a very appearance conscious town.
Yeah, right. So
exactly. So that's what they want to do, is they want to feel good about themselves when they go out, because they see other people looking good.
Gotcha. So it's really on like comparison. Is that what it comes down to?
Some people just do it for themselves.
Okay.
People want to feel good about themselves. They want to look in the mirror and say, "Hey, look, I look great today."
Now, how deep does it go? Is it like down to like a boob job? Is it something of that nature, or is it just face?
We just do minimally invasive stuff.
Minimally invasive.
Yeah, we're not plastic surgeons. We don't do all that stuff. No, this is just minimally invasive stuff, and that's what the trend is going to more. Is people don't want to go for those high-end surgeries and get cut on that much, and if they can do it with minimally invasive stuff, it also is more affordable. And actually, the results are pretty similar sometimes.
So, how did you get into the space, Vinay?
I mean, I bought a dying clinic from a physician about 3 years ago, and I completely reinvented it into making it not just a internal it was just a weight loss clinic, and basically turned it around into being a wellness, weight loss, and a primary care clinic. We have, multiple practitioners in the office. We have MDs. We have an MD. We have a PA, and we're getting nurse practitioners, and we're gonna grow.
Okay, awesome.
We're gonna grow wellness, not just medicine.
What was the key determining factor that really helped in you turning that business around?
It's just you have to treat the body in a holistic approach. It's not just figuring out, not just weight loss. You have to treat the whole body. So you have to treat wellness. You have to treat age. So in the office, we do age management. We do hormone replacement therapies. We do regenerative medicine. So that's all about how staying young or healthier longer.
Gotcha. So it was the fact that you added more?
We added a lot more services.
Yeah,
it was just, like I said, it was just primary medical weight loss clinic. Now we do tons of other stuff.
Impressive.
And now having Reva next door, or together with us, and adding all the aesthetics, we can not only do the wellness, but we can add beauty to it.
Mm-hmm. And then from your perspective, Reva, so I heard you said you were RN, and you came here and you were doing some other things when you were in here, when you moved to Vegas. What got you into this aesthetic space?
Faith, I guess.
Faith?
And I like medicine. I like working with people. I opened probably one of the first RNs that had her own business and started doing injectables 25 years ago. And
What is it called? Conjectables?
Injectables.
Injectables.
So, which includes Botox, G-Sport, neurotoxins, fillers, and now we're offering thread lifts, which is...
What's thread lift?
Thread lifts, it's a thread that is in the cannula. It's placed in the areas that needs to be lifted.
Okay, I see.
And it creates a natural facelift.
Non-surgical facelift.
Non-surgical facelift. It's affordable and great results. So, you can... Did you go on my Facebook and my Instagram, Ageless
Yes.
Reva?
I went to your Facebook and I went to your website.
Yeah, so you see I have great reviews because I don't overbook people. I spend time and listen to what somebody needs to accomplish. And
So what's the vision for the business now? So when we look at the next 5, 10, 15 years, what do you guys want to create for
Well, we're going to optimize this location that we have first. So that'll take, post-pandemic, it's going to take a little while to get back on track again.
Mm-hmm.
But we're managing well. We managed to stay open during the pandemic, which was many
Correct.
med
Pretty
spas,
profound.
which is many med spas and all these cash businesses have closed because it was the pandemic.
Yeah.
We stayed open. In fact, we expanded. So now to optimize this location, and already looking at another location in town. And then eventually, if it can go well enough, then franchise it out, hopefully a national franchise.
So what does that look like, man? That's exciting, man. Like,
Yeah.
so what does that look like when you say franchise it? Like, go into more detail on the franchise
Well, I mean,
experience.
if you look at it, the whole world wants wellness.
Yeah.
You want to feel well.
Right.
Not necessarily just taking pills to feel well, but there are other forms, there's other ways, there's a holistic approach to medicine, there's vitamins, there's nutrition, there's weight loss, there's regenerative medicine to make you feel well and young.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not just here, so everyone needs to feel well and look well. So it's something that I think is a scalable model, and I think it could do well, not just in Vegas, but it can do well in various locations.
Isn't there like ways that people can feel well, like maybe changing the food that they eat?
We
things of that
revamp
nature?
everything. We revamp everything. We give them guidelines of what is good, what is not good. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your choice. We're not there to spoon feed you.
Yeah.
We can only guide you, saying, hey, this is not good, that's not good. This, these are not healthy choices. But the whole world pretty much knows that. Everyone knows what's right and wrong. They choose not to do it. We just remind them that these are the effects of things that you're going to be doing. Long-term effects are going to be, it's going to hurt you, or long-term effect, if you do it this way, your body's going to be healthier and you'll live longer and healthier. It's not just living longer, but longer and healthier together.
So it's not just about like just a minimal surgical approach where it's like, hey, let us cut you up, but it's more of like, hey, this is what has to actually happen when you're not in our office.
Yeah.
From foods, from sleep, and so on and so forth.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. And how important is sleep? So when we look at, people who want to beautify themselves, how important is sleep, especially, whether it's before the practice or after the procedure itself?
Sleep is medicine for your brain. I mean, without sleep, your brain is tired.
Yeah.
It takes it as stress. Stress releases cortisol. Cortisol is a hormone that causes all kinds of things: blood pressure, cholesterol,
anxiety,
diabetes. They're all related, and weight gain is all related to poor sleep.
Gotcha.
Can be related to poor sleep, yeah.
But is there something that happens on the aesthetic level that if you
Look,
sleep?
let me add something to Vinay's comment. Is most people, if you stop randomly and say, well, do you understand why we gain weight? Do you understand why you cannot sleep? A lot of it has to do with hormone imbalance. And in our clinic, they can do, before they prescribe anything, you have to do blood analysis, which they can draw blood right in the office and then identify. Often it's a very small missing part that makes them tired or gain weight. We have a lot of glands in our body that produce. Some produce more, some produce less. So balancing. For a man, testosterone is very important. It's a sex hormone that also controls weight and a lot of things. So,
and if you don't sleep well, you don't make enough testosterone. Very simple thing.
Just a simple thing to identify what is the problem. And they draw blood right there, and it's a very, we have a really, I've had many offices and many partners, and we have a very, very well-adjusted group of people that will work together. We all complement each other, and we're not there to compete. We're there to provide services and just to make people happier where they are and to live more fulfilled life.
Powerful. And what makes you different in comparison to your competitors?
Oh, what makes me different is that
the business.
I'm very lucky. I am okay financially. I don't have to particularly work. I'm not wealthy, but I don't have to work. I can have a modest life. I love working with people, and I love helping others. And of course, if you give yourself 100%, you don't have to cut corners. So what makes me different in this big aesthetic business is when you, in my room, I open everything in front of you. So if it's Botox, 50 units, you're going to see me open. You have to dilute it to make it workable. And syringes, everything has to be open. You can't be in the back room bringing it in, and I don't trust anybody.
You did mention that when we were off camera, that is that what some competitors do, or other people in the space?
I don't know what they do. I know what I do. I know that people can do anything, because if you work in a restaurant, I don't know what they do. Do they put organic ingredients? If they say, I hope they do, but I don't know. I know what I do, and you ask me what makes me different is that I guarantee my results. You can come back in a month back, and if something doesn't work, I will add. I will not charge.
So that's an important aspect of the space, is that make sure that when you're getting work done or a procedure done, that the clinicians open up the packages
everything has
in front
to be
of
open. You have to see, make sure it's a registered nurse. A lot of people do not have license and do the treatments. You have to be, the least is an RN, then you can be PA, and nurse practitioner, and of course an MD. But I am many years in that field, and you just have to live your life honestly.
One of the most important things that Reva focuses on, I'm sorry to interrupt, is that she focuses on patient satisfaction. There is a lot, I'm not going to mention clinics, but there are a lot of clinics that they give you your treatment, and then when someone goes back complaining that I'm not happy, this is wrong, that's wrong, it doesn't look right to me, they just kind of let it go. Reva will say, okay, come on in, let me look at it, let me fix it for you, and she doesn't charge for it. At the end of the day, she wants them to be happy.
So customer service is important.
The very most important thing.
Absolutely.
It's
even in the office, how I made my office different in terms of patients is we don't do the 5-minute office visit. Our providers will sit down, talk to you, listen to you, hear your problems out, and discuss what's wrong, let you know what they're going to do, and do a proper examination, and then send you out. It's not like the doctor walks in the door in certain clinics and has a time of 5. Okay, I got 7 minutes and I'm out of here.
Yeah, because they got another person to work with.
We don't believe in that. I don't.
We don't have people wait longer than 10 minutes.
There's no waiting time. We schedule properly. You come into the office, you sit in the waiting room, you sign in 5, 10, 15 minutes tops, and you're in the room. And you get your time. It's not like you're going to walk out saying, well, I still had to discuss this, and I'm already out. I didn't get a chance to say what I wanted to say. No, you get You discuss your problem with the doctor.
So if we look, so you started in the space in early 2000s, right, or late 2000s, right?
Well, I started in this this kind of office. I just started in 2018. So when I took it, like I said, when I took it over from another physician, I completely revamped what this office would do.
So if you were to talk back to your 2018 self, what would you tell yourself to do differently?
From when I took on the office?
From right now, if you were to look back and we're looking back 3 years from 3 years ago, and we say, hey, you have an opportunity to send yourself a message about the business. What would you tell yourself differently?
More effective marketing, probably to get more patients out there, get the word out.
So what was ineffective or not effective with your marketing earlier?
I was too busy, I think, trying to streamline the business rather than focusing on the marketing of it.
Sales and marketing?
Yeah, and I kind of focused on that later on. When I took over the clinic, I thought I had to first fix the problems in the office and then market, which some people say it's the right thing to do, because if you have a mistake, you should fix those mistakes before you get busier.
Yeah.
So in that regard, yeah, I mean, more wise and, more personnel, proper personnel, just proper choices in the beginning.
So it sounds like it would have actually made more sense to get busier, even though your process wasn't streamlined earlier.
Financially, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't think satisfaction-wise. I think the patients that come to the office are happier. I think I should have switched. One thing I do regret is the day I took over the office from this other physician, I should have switched locations to a different location. That wasn't an appropriate location for what I wanted to do. And unfortunately, I stuck it out there for 2 years? I should have probably moved out sooner.
To another location?
To where I am right now.
And is it because of his past
No, it's just the
clients?
Location where it was before was I don't think was appropriate for what I
not
wanted
as
to
desirable.
achieve.
Yeah,
It was not
just on the where it was, the physical.
The physical location and the actual the facility itself didn't give you that positive. When you walk into a door, you get that positive, good feeling.
It's just more upscale facility.
Patients walk in and say, "Hey, this is a really." You feel happy walking in. You feel a better feeling when you walk in.
So let me ask you this: why take over? If you're gonna get a new spot in the first place, why take over a location rather than to start from scratch?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I took over a clinic, and then when you actually take over a clinic,
you get licenses.
Yeah. Well, when you're taking over a clinic, you're taking over their patient base. You're getting their supplies. But the location I could have changed earlier. I should have changed that earlier than later. Okay. That's my only thing that I would have changed probably.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Now, did you? So this is we run marketing services for our clients, and this is a show for business owners who are opening, starting, sometimes scaling their business.
Right.
What should you suggest on the marketing side for someone who is in a similar space?
I mean, it depends on the services you're providing. The services we provide, some things are paid for by medical health insurance, some things are not. The things that are not, you just have to get the word out that how you are better or not better, or how you can provide a better experience for a patient coming in the door, how more happier a patient will walk out. People need to know about you. People need to know how that what would have been is how you're going to change that clinic from what it was to what you're going to be. So
getting a message out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how we have gotten better, how we've improved, how it's not that same mundane thing that
like a regular doctor. Yeah. Gotcha. So how do you market now? How do you market your business now?
Well, I think we're doing some social media marketing. We're doing Facebook ads. We're doing Instagram. We're doing email blasts. There's also the best marketing in the world, which
by
is
referral.
The word of mouth. Yeah.
Because that works much better than anything else.
100%.
Yeah, but it's like I said, the challenge right now is being post-pandemic. Like I said, aesthetics, fortunately or unfortunately, is a cash pay business. Wellness, there are certain aspects of wellness that health insurances don't pay for. It's a cash pay business. And being post-pandemic, with the economy starting, hopefully recovering, people don't have as much disposable income as they did before. They're trying to save it for more important things than just aesthetics and wellness, although eventually, hopefully, everything will bounce back.
100%. And now we have Ageless by Reva. Now, do you market the business together, or is it like you market on your own and you market on your own?
We're marketing individually as well as together.
Okay, so with Ageless by Reva, what is your vision? Is it part of the same where you're going to franchise with Vinay, or is it going to be something completely different? What's your vision for the business?
No, I think we talk about it. We'll try to stay together as much as possible, and we have joint goals and joint vision for our success in the future.
Okay.
But we have a lot of referred clients, and we refer to each other. And so if anybody interested, just Google Ageless by Reva and Trim Care, and you'll see most of the comments that I have is that it's fun for people, and they write half a page review, not just 5 stars, and they specifically say, I make their experience that amazing that they want to they're so grateful that they will write in small details what was so good about their visit with me.
You know, and the proof of the pudding in these eating, they come back. It's not just writing a review. When you get client retention or patient retention, that's proof of the pudding. You know,
that it's working.
That it's working.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not a one-hit wonder.
Right.
You know, that's what I meant. You know, you have to get people to have a good experience. They walk out with a smile on their face. They don't walk out unhappy.
Right.
They want to come back. They will come back. You know, when we shifted locations, people lose patients because they don't want to travel. We didn't lose anybody.
Wow.
Yeah. So we lost like 2 or 3 people.
They were they out of a big patient base.
Out of 1,000.
So they walked into the new place and they were like, "Wow, I'm happy that you guys moved."
Yeah, we love this. This is so much better. This is so much more professional. This is so much nicer. It's like I said, they come in feeling, "Oh wow, it's such a nice feel."
Gotcha. How important, Reva, is the personal brand aspect in your business? Because your business's name is Ageless by Reva, so you're putting your name in the name of the business.
Do you know why I decided to change? Unfortunately, my previous partnership in Ageless Aesthetics wasn't satisfactory to me. And I like to run my own show with the supervision of a medical director, but I like to have everything under control and make sure it's running with accountability. And when you're not in charge, you're losing that control. And the energy in the office, and it's just trial and error. So if you would ask me what I would do, I would never partner up with anybody again. Make sure whoever goes in business, you watch that person. You know exactly what pluses and minuses. So worked with Dr. Chancellor and Vinay next door, and I watched how they work, and the all synergy in the office is very, very, very positive. And that wasn't in my past few years' experience. So we've decided to partner, and our first agreement was we don't talk about anybody, we don't talk behind each other, and people that work for us should feel comfortable that they can trust us and they can talk to us like we're humans, not running the show. Yeah. So very happy atmosphere. People feel it. We're together now almost a year, kind of. No bad reviews, 5-star reviews.
You know, as the administrator of the offices, I basically have an open door policy. Employees can come, the medical assistants or whoever, the providers can come into the office and say, hey, this is wrong. Don't feel good about this. This is wrong. This, whatever is wrong. It's my job as the administrator of the office to fix it. Yeah. And the sooner it gets fixed, the better the office runs.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, you don't, if you let a problem linger, it's going to get worse. And that's going to affect the outcome.
So you like nip it in the butt early on.
Absolutely. So the longer you let it linger, the more affects your office and your productivity goes down.
Where would Aegis by Reva be in the next 5 years?
Well, at the moment, I also opened a location in San Diego. I work with
another
physician actually on the island of Coronado. So this is just my little sidekick that I like to do that. And this is my hobby, to work as an aesthetic nurse. But we want to work together because our environment is so great.
Yeah.
We, of course, make a good living, and we have people that work happy to come to see us and work with us. So hopefully, like Vinay said, we'll open a couple more and eventually maybe franchise. I would like to train some of the nurses how to do what I do.
Okay. In
25 years, I know many little tricks and how I became successful. So,
the good thing about the office between both of us and the administration of the office and the employees is it's a happy place to work.
Yeah.
You know, some of the employees that I took over from the other physician who I took over the practice from, who I got the practice from, took over the practice from, they were working there for like 10, 12 years. They still don't want to leave. They're very happy working where they are. They, you know, it's an important thing that if the employees are also happy where they're working, it creates a more positive environment in the office.
For everybody.
And then the patients are more happy because there's no baggage.
Right.
Yeah.
I worked with a non-invasive. I forgot what the word is because you can't say plastic surgeon, so I forget what the word is. But he does body contouring. That's what he does. And he was a client of mine, and he shared with me. He's like, "Hey, your employees are before your clients." And I was like, share with me a little bit what you mean by that. And then he said, if you take care of your employees will take care of your clients.
Absolutely.
So you put your employees first, you take care, make sure that they're happy, and you support them whatever way you see fit.
Right.
So that way you can take care of your clients.
Of course.
So how can people reach out to you if they're either A, looking for services, or if B, they want a franchise opportunity?
I mean, you know, call the office.
What's the office number?
It's for Trim Care, Methless Wellness, it's 702-878-8888.
702-878-8888.
878-8888.
Awesome. And then if they want services from Ageless by Reva, how can
702-903-3333.
Once again, is there any lasting things that you want to share on the show, on the episode?
You know, thank you for the opportunity to come here and let us speak about the business.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Reva.
It was a pleasure, and it's nice to be invited to a great show, and we want people to come to us, and we'll take great care of them.
Right on. Thank you guys for being on the episode.
Tune in every week to discover new stories, new businesses, and new ideas.